Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Top Speed Racing League. This is round number 2, and we are about to go underway here around Zandvoort. We have myself, in case you don't know who I am, or living under a rock lately. I am XRL Cruz. I am the co-owner of the Excite Racing League XRL, and I'm also the co-owner of Top Speed Racing League, or TRL. And it's good to be in the box here. Fortunately, I will be alone today, but to each their own. We move on and we keep grinding. So, taking a look at the point standings. Sorry, I'm kind of doing two things at once here. One second. All right, taking a look at the point standings. Entering round number 2, we have Abulato, currently in P1, sitting at 36 points. Then we have Killer AU sitting in second with 32, followed by Eggnog, who will miss today's race, sitting at 28. Then we have both AlphaTauri drivers in Awesome Goose and Mr. TTV B-Roy, sitting in P4 and P5 with 25 and 22 points respectively. Then we have Cloud, who has the last personnel and the last point from last week's Canada race. Taking a look now at the constructor standings. We have AlphaTauri sitting at 47 points. They lead by 11 over Red Bull, and McLaren sits in third with 14. Cars coming out here during qualifying number 1. We have F1 Jasa in his first race for the league. We also have last year's defending drivers champion, Mr. BRL Ritzy, making his Season 2 debut here around the Zandvoort circuit. So we shall see how things go here. Let me see the lead channel real quick. Jay's in the chat. What's going on, Jay? Nice to see you in this lobby. Jay's making his reserve debut for Aston Martin as Ritzy begins his flying lap. XRL had their league race here earlier today. In case you missed that, that will be on YouTube momentarily. It's currently being uploaded on the XRL YouTube channel. Now our attention is focusing now on TRL. Ritzy makes his way through Sector 2. Don't want to ride the curb here too much. Takes that very well. So far, so good for the male driver. Again, just to set a time here in qualifying number 1. Well, Jay, you definitely crashed the party. You're in the Aston Martin. You're in the Aston Martin today, so we'll see how you do as Ritzy makes his way around the final 2 corners. Looks like a very good lap for the Alfa Romeo driver. Crosses the line. It's going to be an early benchmark at a 1:11.428 for the Alfa Romeo of BRL Ritzy. Gonna have F1 Jason now crossing the line here momentarily. Where will he go? He goes P2 at 1:12.5. Oh, now we have OMG. It's Torio crossing the line on the mediums. 13.1. That gets beat by Tatted Matt's 12.7. As Cool Boy, the Alfa Romeo goes P2 with then 11.9 early on. Blake Boat goes P2 with a 12.5. Sevo goes P6 with a 12.7. Newcomer TTV M-Bomb, slowest of all with a 14.3. Our attention now turns over to Cloud, who, in case you missed last week's race, had a heartbreak moment. Qualified P1 last week, but unfortunately had a bit of an error. Makes his way around the final corner. Where will Cloud go on the medium set on the medium compound tire? Gets a beautiful toe from the Alpine in front of him. Cloud sits P7 with a 13.2. Lone Star P9 with a 14.1 on the soft tires. So Mercedes once again struggling here early on. No Jay, it's full quality. Looks like another Haas, maybe AlphaTauri. Got Goose on a lap here, just getting his tires warmed up a bit. Looks like for the AlphaTauri driver. Got a yellow flag in sector 2. Looks like that is Torio making way. Cool Boy calls it quits for Q1. B-Roy out also on the intermediate tires. Killer rounds the final corner. Not the best lap by Killer. 29.8. Fimi here on a lap. Blake Boat has retired also, calling it quits for Q1 as Fimi hits the wall and puts it into the pits. Abolato now on a lap. We have Jay here also starting his flying lap on the soft tires, and Aston Martin makes the way into turn number 1. Nice and steady for Jay here. Again, the soon-to-be father of 2 on his lap here. Eggnog in the chat. What's going on, Eggnog? Jay here makes his way through sector 1. Ritzy's out again on a lap. Not sure why. I mean, he's safe. Abulato makes his way around the final sector. Not sure if he backed out of it or not. Looks like he did back out. I had a bit of a moment, it looks like, for the Red Bull driver. We go back on board with Gwenfro making his way. Abulato finishing up his lap. It's going to be a 12.1 for the Red Bull. Puts it in P3. Jay finishing up his lap. Gwenfro finishing up ahead of him. Nope, he's behind him. My apologies. Jay crosses the line. It's a 13.9. Gwenfro goes P15 to 15.3. Ritzy here again on a lap. Not sure if he knows what's going on, but this is a full qualifying session. He's safe. He's risking his tires right now, in my opinion. But he's going to keep on going. Is he improving? He's not improving. Remix, he is practicing. That is true, Remix. Yeah, he is practicing. Still waiting for times from Kami, Gogeta, Fimi, and Lexter. They're in the pits. Got another yellow flag. Got a massive accident, looks like, in sector 2. Looks like Jay had a moment there. Pulls it in the pits, so turn our attention now to who's on a lap here. Looks like Gwenford has finished up his lap. Improves to P9 with a 12.9. M-Bomb invalidated his flying lap, so he needs to recharge that battery. We were coming out on that set of soft tires. Jay says that he slowed down. No worries, Jay. That's what you gotta do in this type of situation. Got Seville on a lap. 300s up on his lap so far. Makes his way through sector 2. Seville reserving him. It's his reserve debut as well for TRL. Filling in for the Haas driver, or Haas team. Both Haas drivers missing out today's race, so pretty interesting situation here as Seville, a little over 2.5 tenths up on his flying lap. Makes his way around the final corner. It's gonna put him from P8 up to possibly top 5. P6 just missed out on the top 5 with the 12.5 flat. Have a yellow flag once again in the mid-section of sector 2. Looks like that's Monk who's around. Monk making his TRL debut as well. Got B-Roy on a lap. Let's go on board with the AlphaTauri driver real quick. Makes his way through. Very tricky opening part of this lap. Now makes his way towards the probably like the most devastating part of this circuit. Looks pretty good for B-Roy right now. He did race earlier on in XRL and showed some decent pace. So we'll see if he can put this AlphaTauri up there in the top 10. But again, this TRL has some very fast drivers. As B-Roy, some 2.5 seconds quicker than his last flying lap. Again, that flying lap was on the intermediate tires, so this should well and possibly put him up there. Looks very tidy by B-Roy. Now it's the final corner. Takes the esports line. It's going to put him from P17 up to P5. So B-Roy now P6. As Lexter goes P2. Fimi P2 now within 11.8. Goose on a lap here now. Goose makes his way towards the first of 2 DRS straights, although this one is the shortest one of all. Makes his way into the 3rd sector now, some 2.6 seconds up on his lap. Looks decent right now for Goose to get out of that bottom 5. Goose crosses the line, only P9. So B-Roy looking like the #1 driver today so far in P7. On the lap right here, Kamigo Gita's now on an out lap here. Looks like Lone Star's on a flying lap in the Mercedes. Mercedes needs a good result here today after what happened last week. They really struggled last week to find anything. I saw a remix. Lone Star here. Only 300s up, so Mercedes really struggling today again. Jay finishing up his lap. Can he improve on his time? Only P16, so he is still in the bottom 5. Lone Star rounds the final corner. Can he improve from P18? Brings it into pits instead. Monk in the Red Bull. Can he improve? He's starting his flying lap now. Tatted Matt also starting his flying lap. Killer on a lap here. Just finished up his lap. It looks like 12.3 P9. Yellow flag in sector 3. Looks like that's Torio having a moment. Torio starting his flying lap now. Gonna recharge the battery, looks like, for Torio. Call me Gogeta. Ritzy's on track again. Practicing his setup. Call me Gogeta here. Makes his way through sector 2. Don't want to touch the curb, otherwise he'll spin out like he just did right there. That you don't want to touch the curb in that hairpin. So Kamigo G is gonna have a car behind him on a flying lap. Looks like that was Seville going through. It is. So Seville and the Haas again out on track. Improves to P5 with a 12 flat. Torio, can he improve? No, he cannot. He's starting his flying lap now, looks like. M-Bomb struggling here. Lone Star, once again on a flying lap. 2:45 left to play here in Q1. Oh, Lone Star here. And the Mercedes also watching Torio. Watching Jay as well. Watching Monk, watching Gwenfro. Gwenfro's on a lap here. He's 2/10 up on his lap. Let's go on more with the Ferrari for a bit. Gwenfro making his way around the third sector, looking tidy so far. Gwenfro on the Ferrari. Showed very good pace in XRL on Monday. B-Roy has called it quits for Q1. Gwenfro only P14. Torio's up to P15. Can Monk, Jay, or Lone Star go over? Can any of these drivers make it into Q3? I mean, into Q3, into Q2. Where am I going with this? Jesus. Tad and Matt's called it quits for Q1. He thinks that he's safe. Jay starts his lap. Lone Star starts his as well. Jay through sector 1, only 400s up. Monk has crashed. Monk in the Red Bull is out of Q1. He's lost it in the penultimate corner. And the Red Bull. There he is on the side of the road. Jay is 8/10. Jay looks like he's 8.5 tenths down. Can Jay improve? Can he make it into Q2? Lone Star rides the curb a bit too much and embodies his lap. Needs to recharge that battery. 10 seconds to go here in Q1. Jay is out of qualifying. Lone Star. Can he make... Can he... Lone Star's invalidated. Can he make it through the line? No, he cannot. Kami Gogeta. Sector 1. 25-5. Can the Williams driver get out of Q1, or will it be or will Torio survive? Very wide for Kami Gogeta. $51.7 for the first two sectors for the Williams driver. Can he get out of qualifying number 1? Rounds the penultimate 2 corners. Don't run a run right here. Here he comes. Rounds the final corner. It's not gonna be enough. It is P19 for the Williams of Kami Gogeta, and Torio survives. But Ritzy, the defending champion, showing that he wants to retain this title. As we load up into Q2, I'm gonna ask the chat real quick who they think will be not only on pole, who will win today's race, and who their driver of the day might be. I will ask the chat that, and I will be right back for the start of Q2. Alright, I am back. Let's see. Muppet says B-Roy, to be honest, if he doesn't spin. Blake Boat says Ritzy, Lexter, and Abulado pulling off his Will Buxton. Whoever qualifies first will start on pole. Hopefully I made Abulado proud there with a little Will Buxton impersonation. Got cars coming out on track here. All 15 who advanced are in the Q2. However, after Q2 is over, we lose the bottom 5. So, who will be in the top 10? Seville out on track, followed by Blake Boat. Followed by F1G, so followed by Ritzy. Ritzy's followed by Steamit Coolboy. Coolboy's followed right behind Killer, then Torio. Torio lets Tatted Matt through. We're gonna see what's gonna happen here in qualifying number 2. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is Top Speed Racing League, Season 2, formerly known as Jay's Racing League. This is round number 2 over in Zandvoort. Cloud, what do you mean by that? Did you get kicked or what? Well, you're not online, buddy. So unless you're not, unless you're online, I can't get you back in. Yeah, just join back. There's no rules that said that you can't join back. Yeah, just come back in. Seville, 12-4. Blake Boat, 11-5. So Blake Boat. Hello, Blake Boat. Ritzy, 12-1. That's a you set of softs. I know that man very well. There's Cool Boy with an 11-4, 2-4. Killer, 12-2. Torio, 12-6. Goose on a lap along with Tad and Matt. Tad and Matt has no front wing, so he's boxed. Just watch Goose for a second here. 25-2 first sector. Again, AlphaTauri entered this race leading the constructor standings. We have a Haas in the gravel back there. Not sure who that was. Said that was Blake Boat. That is Blake Boat. Goose here. Looking tidy so far. Rounds the final corner. Can he put his AlphaTauri up there? Avoids the wall. P6 with a 12-2. B-Roy and Fimi now. These two very close together on track. These two always together on track. Fimi through sector 2. Sitting at a 50.1. B-Roy through sector 2. He's 3/10 off Fimi's time. So Fimi looks like he has the upper hand so far. Fimi rounds the final corner. B-Roy right behind him. You see him in the background. In the back, Fimi goes P3 with a 12-3. B-Roy P7 only with a 12-2. Abulato P3 with an 11-7. Gwenfro here, starting his flying lap in the Ferrari. It's nice seeing Gwenfro racing again, honestly. Raced, he reserved on Monday for Ferrari for XRL. Showed very good pace. So we're going to see how he does today in his full-time seat, as they have a Red Bull Abulato heavily in the gravel. Might have ridden the curve of death around this Zandvoort circuit. Zandvoort known for its very, not so fun curbs, in my opinion. Gwenfro here in the Ferrari, making his way around the final two corners. Looks like a tidy lap so far for the Ferrari. Has a lot of battery, too. Gwenfro only a 13 flat. Now the man that got pole last week, what can he do? Takes a very tight line. Only P3. Tatted Matt finishing up his lap here. Slowest of all with a 14.2. Last driver to take time will be BRL Lexter. Gonna watch Lexter real quick. Gonna turn off this telemetry, see how he does. Lexter makes his way through sector 1 as a 24-7. Through sector 2. $49.6 for Lexter. Round to the final corner. Where will the Williams driver of Lexter go? Can he put it P1? He does. And 11.3 for the Williams driver of Lexter. So all drivers in Q2 have taken time. And they are coming back out. Cool boy, if that's the case, during the race, should just retire in the pit lane. Is he on wait, is Lexter on messing keyboard, Jay? Can you confirm that? Yeah, Jay, Lexer should be on controller. B-Roy spun it! Tatted Matt having a fan in the chat, having eggnog saying come on, Tatted Matt. Lotto gets out of the way of Tatted Matt. Lexter's left the session already. Here come the internet issues. Who's on the lap that I can watch right now? Looks like Seville's the first guy to take a time. He's half a second up on his time. Seville, wow, that was very close to being. That was very close by Seville to almost being invalidated. But he keeps going. He will improve. P6. 11.9. Well, the top 6 are in the 11s. B-Roy starts his next flying lap. Much tidier through turn 1 that time. Got a bit of a snap right there. B-Roy though a 10th and a half down on his lap. Not looking good for the AlphaTauri driver. Needs to find at least maybe half a second. Goose 11.9. I missed that lap. Nice lap by Goose in the AlphaTauri. B-Roy, half a second down. Yellow flag in sector 2. I was probably... It's going to be Seville around. B-Roy might not have enough time to get back out on track. .147 to go. Gwenfro's on a lap here. He's some 6.5. He's a little bit over 6/10 up on his lap. Tatted Matt, 3/10 up on his lap. As Cloud sets an 11 flat. Says Ritzy, game on. Gwenfro stays P13. Tatted Matt. Can he improve? Jay, is Lexer using Matt? Jay, is Lexer on mouse and keyboard? Tatted Matt. Crosses the line. Stays 15, slowest of all. Bieber might not have enough time here. No, Bieber will not have enough time. Bieber's out of qualifying possibly, unless he cuts the corners. The Goose slowing down here in front of a Haas. Very close to being a collision. Yellow flags again. That's just Tatted Matt in the Aston Martin. Qualifying 2 is done, so B-Roy is out. Torrio is out. Gwenfro is in the wall, and he's out. F1 Gisa. As Ritzy says, Cloud, it is game on for sure with a 10-8. Tatted Matt is out of qualifying. The only driver that can possibly get in the qualifying number 3 is going to be F1 Gisa. Can he get in the qualifying 3? Rounds the final corner. Is it Fimi? Is it Gisa? It's Fimi. Eggnog, what was it? It's Jay. Eggnog. Jay's in your car. Yeah, Eggnog. Jay's in your Aston Martin. I saw it already. Cool boy. I'll follow him and we'll figure it out. Blake Boat. Yeah, Ritzy's he's quick. I think that if Jay's in the chat, Jay can confirm. Ritzy's goated. Yep, there you go. See, Ritzy's on a different level. Here come the stinking people leaving the stinking game. Made a bit of a cloud cover for Q3. Everybody coming out on track. All right. Q3 starts off with both Haas drivers. So I'm gonna see how we go on here. All 10 drivers are out on track for their bankers. Seville starts his lap. Blake Boat starts his behind him, followed by Abulato. Gonna go on board with Lexter again just to watch. Makes his way towards Lexter makes his way towards the end of Sector 1. I didn't see his sector. I did not see his sector time, but it looked decent. Lexter makes his way through the end of sector number 2. He's at a 49.4. Blake Boat sets a 11.2 after Seville's 13.8. This might get beat by Abulato. It does not. 11.7, but Lexter 11.1 beats Ritzy's time of an 11.2. Cool Boy goes P4. Killer goes P7. Goose now. Nope, Fimi. 12.2. Goose rounds the final corner. It's gonna be P9. I think that Lexer's on mouse and keyboard, Eggnog, when he should be on controller. So we're gonna be reviewing that real quick after the session's over. I do have it on stream, so. There is rain on the way. Can somebody confirm? Can someone tell me if there is rain in the race? That's one thing that I did not ask. Is there rain for the Grand Prix? Blake Boat says for Q3, no rain for the race. That is good to see. That looks like that's Cloud, or is that Killer coming out on track? That's Killer. Got some only Killers out on track right now. 6 minutes to go. Got Abulato coming out, looks like. Everyone's coming out on track. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Where was I? Ritzy. Starting his last qualifying lap here. He is 2/10 up on his lap, so we'll see what he can do here. Ritzy here is up on his lap by quite a hefty margin. So Ritzy waiting for... Can he beat Lexter's time of an 11-1. Ritzy crosses the line. It's a 10-6. Cloud finishing up his lap. Still waiting for Lexter. No signs of him. Here he comes. On his outlap right now. Currently sitting in P2. Is half a second off. Gonna watch this telemetry real quick also. I'm gonna turn that on. Lexter about to start his last flying lap here. And here we go. Towards turn number 1, Q3 is done, so these laps will count. Avalado's out. Through sector 1, Lexter's time. He is down. Runs wide. And that's Ritzy on pole. So, Ritzy's on pole. Cloud starts P2, Blake Boat starts P3. And we're gonna have a quick lobby reboot here. After qualifying, I'm gonna take a screenshot of the grid in the game. And I will get Jay, because we're gonna get Lexter out. We're getting Lexter out, Jay. Lobby reboot because we're getting Lexter out. uh, Eggnog, Eggnog, if you can message, Remix, Lexter, they, they know that they know that you're on mouse, brother. Let them know, but they know that, but they've seen it. They know that you're on mouse. Eggnog, let Remix know, please. All right, I have the lot. All right, I have the grid. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to hop in the chat real quick with B-Roy to go over the grid. Give me 2 seconds. Hello, boys. I have. All right, so those of you who are wondering why lobby reboot's going on is because Lexter has been told that he cannot race on mouse and keyboard, and he decided to do mouse and keyboard, so he is out. So everybody who's in the lobby, everybody who's in this lobby, they will be promoted up 1 position. I have the grid whenever you are ready, Senor B. Roy, to invite me. But he was specifically told that he needed to be on controller, and it was pretty proven with telemetry and all that he was definitely not on controller because he went from 0 to 100 in like a split second. Scripture. The thing is that there are programs. There are also hacks for mouse and keyboard that can be used and utilized to give you more grip. Because there is no way a guy on mouse and on controller goes. Well, I mean, unless you're Ritzy, who's actually on controller, and I've seen it. I've seen it live. It's like he even showed us it live in a race that he does race on controller. Yeah, pretty much. Oh my god. But yeah, I have the grid. I will get everything done and good to go. But yes, I just need to get the invite so I can get all stuff up. Nope. Um. And Jay is confirming this right now in stream. If you want to see what he's saying, he said right now. Plus he's. Yep. So that just confirmed it. Okay. So I need to invite people. All right. Who needs it? Who needs invites? All right. So, Jay, if you can hear me, you're gonna be going in Lexter's seat today for the Grand Prix, since Eggnog is here. Unfortunately, due to Eggnog joining late, Eggnog you'll be dropped back to the last row. If someone can also please, if you could tell the server, B-Roy to not ready up whenever they join. That way I can get the grid. No, like type, no, like type it up, like type it in there. Dingle. All right, who needs invites? I need to get. Okay, so there's 15 of us. I need to get Cool Boy in. I have the entire grid. I have a full grid. So I'm gonna start getting it set up right now. Is Ritzy in the lobby yet? Oh yeah. Blake Boats P3. Please get in the lobby. Jay, go to. Okay, hold on here. M-Bomb, if you can hear me. Hold on. M-Bomb, if you can hear me. Hold on. Get off Mercedes really quick, please. Okay, so I need. Okay, so I got both Alpines. I need a. Got both Red Bulls. I need a Williams. Okay, thank you. Okay, cool. Xander. Xander, go to his team. I need people to get in this thinking game. So I can get the lobby. Please. Like, I need people to join, like, Jay, get off spectator mode, please. You're actually racing. Please. Please, Jay. Jay, please. Por favor. Thank you. Okay, I need one more driver. Who am I missing? Eggnog's here. Cool Boy. I'm missing Cool Boy. And I'm missing Blake Boat. Alright, Jay, go in the Alfa Romeo with Ritzy. Hold on. I need to know if he's racing or not real quick. Okay. Alright. Do not ready up. I need to get the grid real quick. Alright, ready? So, you got P1. So, who do you have right now? Hold on, who left? Guys, please stop leaving. Okay, it's an Alpine. Torio. All right, so it's Ritzy, Cloud, Blake Boat, Abulado, then Killer, then Fimi, Goose, Seville, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm. No, 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 no. Yeah, Fimi, Goose, Seville. Because he, because here's why. Lexer's gone. Cool Boy and and then Cool Boy cannot race. So move who up to P8. How? All right. So yep, yep, yep. So then Torio, Torio is after Gwenfro, followed by Tad and Matt, Drunk Monk, J2PR, Call Me Gogeta. Yep, yep. Lone Star, Call Me Gogeta, M Bomb. Yep, eggnog. Yep, eggnog. Yep, eggnog. Then Xander. All right. Let me. All right, cool. And safety cars on reduced, right? And strict rules. Okay, cool. Let's go. Oh, wait, hold on. Vamos. Let's go. Ready up. All right. Good luck, boys. I will see you on a bit. I'll see you on a bit, boys. Good luck. All right. Now, sorry for that slight, just slight delay, but we're going back in now, boys. There's no. We specifically told this man. So, in case you're wondering what's going on, is we told a driver to use controller. He cannot use mouse and keyboard. After qualifying, there were confirmations and all that basically told me that he was a mouse and keyboard. So I state this to anybody joining TRL: you, if you are caught doing something you shouldn't be doing, we will catch you. So make that very clear. Capiche? I need to get driver monk in the lobby. Okay, after a long awaited wait, every pit crew member is doing their famous T pose. The cars are lined up on the grid. It is time to go full throttle. This is Top Speed Racing League. Round number 2 in Zandvoort. And it's lights out and away we go. Good start. Looks like by the field. Ritchie gets a good start. Blake Boat up to P2 side by side. Everything. Big dive bomb by Goose. Up to P7. Make their way through this very treacherous track right now. Looks like B-Roy's on the outside of Jessa. Side by side. Looks clean so far. We enter now the treacherous corner on the circuit. Side by side between Goose and Killer. Goose gets past. Lovely overtake by Goose there. Ritchie leads by 1.5 seconds already. Have a car around. Huge crash. That's Goose out. And that is Goose out on lap 1. Chaos happening. Abolado got set in the wall. Ritchie leads by 2.3 seconds over Cloud. Blake Boat 6P3. Fimi, Abolado gets past Gisa. Gwenfro gets passed by Siva around the outside in turn 1. Jay's up to P12 in that Ferrari. He gets sideways. He gets hit. Gets hit again. He's out. M-Bomb is also out. And that's a virtual. And chaos has happened. Early on in this Grand Prix, Fimi pits from P10. Lone Star is in. Calming Gogeta's also in. Goose, sadness. Goose, no. Back underway here. Working lap 3. Ritchie still leads by now 3 seconds over Cloud. Blake Boat sitting in P3 is under pressure by Killer, who's under pressure by B, who's under pressure by Abolado. B-Roy defending. Blake Boat causing a bit of a DRS train here early on. Killer wants to get past Blake Boat. He might get past right here. DRS wide open down the main straight. Tries the outside entering turn 1. Blake Boat holds on, but here comes Killer still side by side. Killer stays behind Blake Boat for now. Blake Boat sitting in P3 on the hard compound tires. B-Roy sitting in P5. Abolado almost ran into him. Abolado now under third from F1 Gisa. Tad and Matt gets past Monk for P11. Lone Star gets past Fimi, who pits again. Ritzy now leading by 3.5, 3.6 now. Gwenfro gets past Seville. Their side, they've been fighting since the early going here. Have a good one, Jay. Sorry about that, man. DRS train is forming. You have looks like a 5-car DRS train behind Blake Boat here. 5 cars under a blanket. Killer, can he get past Blake Boat now? Dumps his battery. Trying round the outside. Blake Boat once again holds steady, but he goes wide. Killer almost spun the car. B-Roy thought about it. Avalado got a good exit out of the hairpin. Might have a challenge for B-Roy. Doesn't think smart of it. It's still early. You just want to focus right now on your race pace. Get settled in. Still have a long way to go. Still have 32 laps left here in Zandvoort. Ritzy continues to pull a gap on Cloud. Although Cloud is slowly gaining. He's eating about 2/10 already this lap. B-Roy here eyeing up a move on Killer. Ritzy setting the tone with a 14-0. Blake Boat holding steady. Avalado down the inside of B-Roy here. Side by side. Avalado. They're still eking. He's still peeking. Thinks better of it. Avalado really pounding the back of B-Roy here early on. Gets a better exit than B-Roy, but B-Roy holds on. This is the best fight we have right now on track. Someone goes in the ground. That's Avalado. Avalado hit the curb, rode the curb, could not get off it. That's what happens in that corner. If you go wide and ride that curb, you are gone. Ritzy now, 13-9, continues to set the pace. B-Roy pounding the back of Killer. Go on board with the AlphaTauri driver. Tries to do a switch back on him. Can he get him here? Someone has to give here. They're side by side. Somebody has to give. Oh my goodness. F1 Jason almost clobbered B-Roy's back. B-Roy here, holding steady in P5, just has to keep his nose clean for right now. Blake Boat's out of ERS. B-Roy has the better ERS out of these 4. Although F1 Jisa is really hounding the back of B-Roy. As Call Me Gogeta retires in the pit lane. B-Roy gets a decent-ish exit out of the final corner. Is dumping the battery, trying to get a bit of a toe behind Killer. Is gaining on Killer, but not enough. Very close between the two drivers right there. Still looking okay. B-Roy This is the best fight we have right now on track, guys, so I'm going to stick to this fight real quick. You're not missing anything out front. It is still Ritzy over Cloud. B-Roy gets a bit of it. He goes around. They tag. Did that give damage to F1 Jisa? That now gives Seville and Gwenfro a chance to pounce. Here comes Seville. Leroy. Seville. Really putting the pressure now on F1G, so he has to have some sort of damage. What's going on, Lucas? Thank you for joining in Top Speed Racing League. Seville here holding on, trying to find a way past F1 Jisa here, but does have Gwenfro behind him. If someone makes a mistake, Gwenfro can pounce on both of these guys. Seville gets a bit on the curb. As Jay's left the session also. B-Roy is catching up to Killer. Seville's almost tapped the back of F1 Jisa there. Gets a brilliant exit out of the final corner, side by side. What an exit by the Haas driver of Seville. But F1 Jisa fights back. Ritzy's lead is up to 5.7 and growing. It looks like, as things stand, nobody has a chance to even touch this man today. B-Roy now. Once again. Catching up to Killer here. Gwenfro gets past F1 Jisa. F1 Jisa might be in the gravel. He is. F1 Jisa. And Ritzy continues to put in lap after lap, fastest laps of the race. Meanwhile, B-Roy now all over the back of Killer here. Gets past. Continues to, so B-Roy now up to P4. Gets a bit squabbly there, but job done. Now, B-Roy sets his sights off. Got a car around. 1 second here. That looks like Lone Star. It is Lone Star in the Mercedes around. So B-Roy now sets his sights for the Haas driver of Blake Boat. Killer is fighting back though. Here comes Killer in the McLaren. Thinks better of it. Ritzy 13.7 that last lap. Continues to push on. 6.5 seconds clear now. Lone Star, or that's Xander getting put 1 lap down. Looking good so far. Killer still hasn't really let B-Roy go here. 6.5 seconds clear right now for Ritzy over Cloud. It's really just a fight for P4 right now happening. You have a DRS train from 4th to about 9th. B-Roy's around! That's not what he wanted. He was doing so well. He could still fight back, though. It's not over yet. Still have a long way to go. 24 laps left here. He pits. What will they decide for AlphaTauri? It's a medium set again. He's going 2 stops. He's going medium, medium softs, looks like. Bold strategy for B-Roy there. Now the fight focuses on for Seville. Can he find a way past Killer now? Killer seems to be struggling. Here on lap 13. Ritzy enters lap 14. Yellow flag. Looks like Aston Martin around. That's Eggnog in the gravel. B-Roy's catching though. B-Roy's gonna have some traffic to deal with here. Everyone pretty comfortable. Killer dives in the pits. Drunk Monk in the Red Bull sitting in P10. Torio sitting in P9. Both of them out of battery. Eggnog on the hard tire sitting in P11 for Aston Martin. And Eggnog dives in the pits also. Might have some wing damage. Meanwhile, B-Roy with that spin, that's cost him a lot of time. A heap of time to Killer. Killer's about 9-ish seconds down the road. 11. Eggnog pits from 12th. Pretty early for the hard tires to pit. Maybe the hards are not the race tire to be on. Seville has pulled the gap now. Looks like Gwenfer and Abelardo are both diving in the pits, and they are. They are answering the pit of Killer. Where will they come out? Abelardo has wing damage. This might put B-Roy up ahead of Abelardo. Maybe. Gonna watch Killer here. Does he jump Gwenfro? Stays in front. Abelardo did have to get his wing fixed, so B-Roy's gonna be on him. But Abelardo is going to the end on that hard compound tire. As Xander becomes the first driver to get that 3-second time penalty. Yellow flags in sector 2. That's Lone Star around. He's in front of this train. It's gonna be very sketchy between Lone Star and the guys behind him. Needs to get out of the way, and he does very politely get out of the way. Lone Star lets the Ferrari go. Lotto's sideways entering that chicane. B-Roy is within DRS range of Abelardo now. Abelardo trying to hold off B-Roy. Although if you're Abelardo and you see B-Roy's on the medium compound tire, your best bet will be just to let B-Roy go in this situation. You're going to the end. B-Roy has to pit one. B-Roy has to box one more time. Meanwhile, Ritzy continues to extend his advantage to now 8.1 seconds over Cloud. B-Roy gets a bit squirrely out of that corner as Seville comes into the pits from fourth. That puts Tad and Matt up to P4. Everything looking good so far. Besides that one little hiccup, Torrio pits from 9th. So B-Roy's back in the points. As Ritzy pits from the lead onto the hard compound tires. So this puts Cloud now in P1. So now Cloud can push. Now Ritzy sitting in P2. Blake Boat's 4.5 seconds off him, although that won't last for long. Everything looks clean so far. Gwenfro is on the back of Drunk Monk here. And Monk pits from 7th. Bieber goes way deep in entering turn 1. Tell you what, besides that little hiccup early on, Bieber is actually having a solid race here. P9. Everyone's doing good. I'm gonna look at the details real quick, see who's been the biggest gainer so far, and it is, of course, Tad and Matt, who has yet to box. Started P13 up to P4. Best lap of the race. So look at the tire compounds. Yellow flags real quick. Give me 1 second and have a car around. That's Torrio, who's pancaked the wall and has reset the track. Torrio spun and reset the track after his spin. He was going forward, but then reset the track and gets back going again, but has no front wing. And driver Monk pits again. Now Cloud is in the pits from P1. This will give Ritzy the lead again. This should propel Blake Butt up to P2 for the time being, and it will. Tad and Matt comes in the pits. Torrio's in for his new front wing. as B-Roy goes very wide, almost in the wall. Nabulato gaining on Gwenfro here for P7. This is the closest fight we have on track right now. Nabulato has used all his battery when Gwenfro still has 70% battery left, so this is advantage goes to Gwenfro right here. If these two start squabbling, if Gwenfro can start holding up Abulato here, B-Roy could be in potential to gain from here. If we have another yellow flag, it looks like that's Fimi around. Abulato gaining on Gwenfro once again. Abulato went quicker that lap. He's done his personal best. Like I said, these two start fighting a lot. It's gonna be advantage goes to B-Roy, and not only that, but Gwenfro too. Abulato thinking about it, bump drafting Gwenfro. These two are having a ding-dong of a battle right now. Abulato and the Red Bull pushing Gwenfro through each corner right now. And Blake Book gets caught speeding. Cloud says a 13.5. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go up to that fight for P1 here momentarily because that gap has come down. Abulato gets past Gwenfro, but the fight is on for P1. Cloud can see the Alfa Romeo driver in front of him. Cloud gaining. Cloud is pushing. 13.4 that last lap. Three and a half seconds separate the top two. .5. Yellow flags. Who's in the wall? Is that Killer? That's Killer. Ritzy is seeing that papaya-colored McLaren getting ever so closer. 3.5 still. 3.4 now. Cloud is slowly now starting to fall away from Ritzy. I think Ritzy knows that Cloud is catching him. Yellow flags in the first sector. Who's that around? That's Xander with no front wing. Cloud's lost a whole 10th at that last lap. Advantage goes to Ritzy. Yao Ping gets out of the way. This sets Cloud free. Cloud gaining. He gained a 10th in the first sector. Only a 10th's not gonna be enough though. .5, 3.4. Cloud's gone quickest of all in the second sector. .4 seconds separate the top two. Cloud wants this win. Yellow flags once again. That's Tad and Matt around. .2 separate the top two. .3. Xander pits for a new front wing. Not the day for Mercedes. Not the day that the Mercedes team wanted again for back-to-back weeks. However, it looks like we're going to have the most finishers so far this year. 3 seconds now separate Ritzy and Cloud. .9. Cloud is on a mission. .8. .7. He can see the Alfa Romeo in front of him. 13.3. Yellow flag again. Who's around? Is that B-Roy? I think it was. It is. .4, 2.3. Cloud has used all his battery though. That's not what you want to do with Ritzy and P1. .3. Here comes Cloud. 2.2. .13.2 for Cloud. There is some lap traffic between these two drivers yet again, so Cloud has to work his way through the lap traffic as Torio not gets dinged with that 3-second time penalty. Ten laps to go here. 9 to go this time by. Yellow flags once again in the first sector. DRS is open for Cloud. It's past the Aston Martin driver. His next target is the race leader. 2.1. Cloud wants this victory here. 9 laps to go. The gap is 2 seconds. .1. Separate the top two. Xander gets hit with another 3-second time penalty. Two seconds. Can he go under that? Can he go on? It's gone under 2 seconds now. It's 1.8. Drunk Monk pits yet again. Yellow flag, huge wreck in the last corner. That's Gwenfro and Tad and Matt around. Full safety car. Chaos has happened here. B-Roy pits for new softs. Jessa pits for softs. Ritzy, will he box or stay out? He pits. Cloud. Cloud comes in. Fimi drive-through penalty. Fimi speeding in the pit lane also. Drama here in the race. Fimi another 5-second time penalty for crossing the white line. Fimi is out. Fimi is out. I'm dying, bro. Fimi went. Your boy Tree went. Fimi went. Oh, come on. I'm dying, boys. It's gonna be. Don't go. Cloud pitting again. Cloud put a set of medium tires on his pit stop and just threw away a potential race win. And now his race has gone from a potential race win to a potential not even podium. Ritzy, if you have race etiquette, you will let the Aston Martin go. You would be a man and let the lap car go through. He's not gonna do it though, so. Blake Boat needs to get past. That's Eggnog. Blake Boat needs to get past Eggnog quick. Safety car is gonna come in this lap, and we're gonna have a 5, and B-Roy got caught speeding. It's all coming undone here for some very top guys. Who am I going to interview after this race? Safety cars coming in this lap. Or it should be. Here we go. 5-lap shootout to the finish. When will Ritzy go? When will we see the first moves? Oh, McLaren might have hit somebody. Not sure what happened in the back. Everything still looks good. Ritzy controlling the field here. Ritzy goes. Ritzy waiting, and he goes now. There he goes. The race leader's gone. Everyone looks clean so far entering turn 1. B-Roy down the inside, a huge dive bomb. 3 wide. And B-Roy gets past a huge crash. Ritzy still leads though. Abolato hounding the back. Of Blake Boat. Xander's saying, B-Roy, I was trying to get out of the way. Cloud wants this race win. Blitzes by Seville. Ritzy leads now by 2 seconds over Blake Boat. Barring an absolute mistake from him, this should be the race win. Someone's around, not sure who that is. That's driver Monk around. Huge wreck again. Clouds in P2. Abolato around. Ritzy pulling away. .2, 11.9 last lap. The two Haas boys side by side. Seville takes P3. A podium on the line for Haas. You don't want to ruin it here. Killer behind this group. Two to go. This time by yellow flag again. That's Monk. No, that's Abolato in the gravel again. Almost took out his teammate. Yellow flag, sector 3. That's killer. Who's going around? B-Roy now. Can he get past? Almost spun the car. Yellow flags behind these guys. That's Lone Star around. His teammate. Oh, they almost come together. Blake boat spinning around. Killer now. B-Roy behind him. Last lap of the Dutch Grand Prix starts now. It is Ritzy leading over Cloud by 5 seconds. The reigning champions, first race of season 2 comes at Zandvoort. He missed last week, but has come back to prove to everybody that he is a force to be reckoned with this season. Cloud, you have a challenger. Abulado, you have a challenger this season. Qualified on pole, has not looked back since lights out. Rounds the final 2 corners. BRL Ritzy wins the Dutch Grand Prix. Cloud takes P2. Seville takes P3. Blake Boat, what could have been a podium, takes P4, but Killer will take P4 in the end. B-Roy in style. And what a wacky end to the Grand Prix that this was. Let me get guys that I can. Alright, I got Ritzy in here. Give me 1 second, Mr. Ritzy. I gotta get the runner up in here real quick. One second. My mic's kind of acting up real quick. Give me 1 second. Alright. I have Ritzy in here. Ritzy, are you there, buddy? Did you include your audio? Hold on, me. Give me 1 second. Oh, there you go. Now you should be able to include your audios. Seville did not win. I don't know why it's saying Seville won on their end. But yeah, I have Ritzy and Cloud with me right now. I'm going to start off with Cloud. You there, buddy? Cloud. Cloud.
Hello. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
See, let's see.
Wait, what was
Yeah.
the question?
Um, your race, buddy. You came undone when you boxed twice under that safety car. What
Okay,
happened?
okay, okay.
What
So what I was
happened?
thinking about, was, because actually I struggled with it at the end. With the mediums, I was struggling with tire temps. So I was like, I don't know if I should go on to the softs because like with the mediums, I was hitting like about 100 degrees, and I was like, I don't want to struggle with the softs and end up spinning out. So at first I was like, okay, it's probably gonna go in like lap 30ish, lap 28, 29. It stayed out much longer than I expected it to, and then I was like, no, I'm just gonna pit back in. What's the worst that could happen? Best I could get
Yeah.
is P2. Best I could get either way was P2 because Ritzy had an incredible pace that race. So I
No,
was like,
you know what's funny about that is that if there was no safety car, I would have run out of fuel.
oh my
Oh
god.
Before the safety car came out, I was on 0.08 laps of fuel.
So I would have won that
You
if
would
the
have won.
safety car didn't
you
come.
You had that win.
you
Oh
would have
my
won
god.
if you would have won if you a
No,
safety car
I
saved
was
you.
lifting and coasting. I was short
So
circuiting like a madman.
that's why you were losing so much time, like everywhere,
Yes,
all of a
you
sudden.
have no clue how much lifting and coasting I was trying to do.
Oh my god. So literally, if the
So
safety car
that
hadn't
should have
come
been
out,
yeah. I would have
I
ran out
would
of
have.
fuel like with 5 laps to go.
Oh,
All right, real quick. I need to talk to to the race winner real quick. Ritzy,
Howdy.
what the heck is your pace, dude?
That shouldn't have been my win. I completely forgot how much fuel this track used.
Bro, don't even, bro. Bro. You won, and and guess what? Next week we're going to your baby,
Oh, are we actually?
Hungary.
Let's go.
Ah, Cloud, I need you to destroy this man at Hungary.
I hope.
I might actually
But
need to
yeah,
practice some more for this next race then.
but yeah, Ritzy, pretty comfortable win. First, it's your debut of the new year, and
Ooh.
you come off with a absolute whopper.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was gonna do a lot worse, I'll be honest.
Holy crap.
But yeah, how was the race overall between you, for you at least, Ritzy? Because I know that Cloud. Yeah, Cloud. I'm sorry, but man, but you threw it away.
I know, but I knew there was like it was either tires because the only time I was like catching up to him, which I didn't realize he was low on fuel. I was like, okay, mediums about the gap that we have. Maybe the tire
Yeah,
difference will help. It helped for like the beginning, and I didn't know he was down on fuel. But then the soft medium thing, I was just like, I was literally split because I selected softs and then I unselected it and put mediums, and
yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's either or. So I was comfortable with
Seville, you're
getting
not on Xbox. I
P2.
can't. Seville, you're not on Xbox, brother. I can't. I can't interview you.
I'll send to my 1S if you want it.
Seville over here, like, hey yo, where my interview at? But no, yeah, Seville, big up to you for filling in for Haas and getting a P3, buddy. That was nuts. Also, Cloud, question for you.
Yep.
How in the living humanity did you dodge that like 5 car
Yeah,
like man?
I'm so happy I got held up by one of those lap cars, the Aston Martin. He held me up, and when he did, that created like a big enough gap. So when that incident happened, I was just able to smoothly go around. It was so lucky by me, like lucky by the yeah, just lucky. It's,
Seville, I don't have. Seville, I don't have your gamer tag. The hell? Seville over here saying that he has gas plugs. This man over here, but yeah, no. Big up to you guys, Seville. I will get you whenever I can, because I have to get going here in a bit. Don't forget, guys, XRL, Monday Night Racing, is at Singapore
mm,
in 2 days. I will commentate that race. Oh boy. And then XRL, Sublime Saturday, is also at Singapore. followed by Top Speed Racing over in Hungary. So tune in for those. Yeah, other than that, I have nothing else for you guys. Ritzy, I expect that from you, being reigning champion. No, Cloud, I want you to put Cloud.
Yeah,
Give him a fight, please.
I'll try.
Once we leave
He's
Hungary, I'm pretty sure he's gonna like get a lot closer.
yeah.
But
And it's funny.
we'll see.
He's leading the championship now, I believe. I think he might be, or he's like in
I
P2 or
I don't
P3.
think I should be.
We shall see. Guys, I'm gonna end the stream right there. Yeah, that was a much cleaner race until the end. It was going so well, and then all hell broke loose. But it happens. Like I said, don't forget those streams coming up here in the next few days. Until then, guys, it's been your boy XRO Cruz, and I will see you guys later. Adios.